Hello, the game has started, and it's me to go first. Like to get rid of the B and the W. Bowie seems fine. Not a bad pickup, a little bit vowel heavy, so I don't know if I'll be bingoing here. Opponents played U. No, just not seeing a bingo here. OU. So many front hooks for OU, it seems crazy. That's the rack leave I'd like, but just too volatile to play that. What about young? Yeah, that's not bad. 18. Hopefully opponent doesn't have the Z. Zoe. That would be a massive Z play. Terrible pickup. And yeah, not seeing great options. Derry. 27. Rivermen through an R. No R available. A T has been played, so vermin plus an E. Over mine from an O. No O available. Yeah, it just doesn't look like I'm supposed to be bingoing from this rack. The T looks the most likely as a floater. Minerva. What about an IN word? In. Nope. Riven. What about Meave? 37. Churned. Nope. Can't spell it that way. These E's are useful as bingo floaters. Enriched would be a lovely way to catapult the score, and it remains available. Now I've drawn a blank. Opponents also bingoed, so just looking at my 5 vowel 8s etiolate, but oh, it does actually work. No, it doesn't, sorry. I'm not seeing a bingo through the T. There might well be one. Monilii, M-O, so from an M or an N. Okay, opponents played hack in the top right. Arilode? How is that spelled? No, the T is really my only, or maybe the C, ending in IC. The D not available. Okay, aioli. What about okie? Can't spell it that way, I didn't think so. I could just play the O up there, but it feels weak. Oh, what to do? What about apial? OT no good? Wow, just not seeing good options here. There will be a best play, obviously. I just can't spot it. I'm going to just play the O because I don't want opponent to score well in the top there. Duplicate city, not good. Liaising, no. Aliases, no. Alienate, no. The T still looming as a floater. Opponent clawing back the lead. Not the lead, but he's clawing back the score. So what about peer? It does kill bingo lanes, but I've got flexibility. And that's a good looking rack. So, what do I have here? I have the anti-prefix. And I'm just thinking what I'm going to be playing onto. Probably the C. Alienate onto the E. From 14H. No front hooks for you. What about bingos onto the C? Not seeing any. Okay, alienate remains available. And pretty decent draw. Meow. Does meow play anywhere? Almost. WA no good. But it does play here for 28, which isn't bad. That's, yeah. I do have an O for playing in front of up and also to the left, so play of woe wouldn't be terrible. Would give back some score on the left, but meow for 28's definitely a contender. J and the X still to come, as well as the Q. No front hooks for peer. BI takes an O. So what about Mo, I guess, is an option there for 25, but not a great rack leave. I think Meow still the play across the top. Opponent taking some time with this move. And Riz takes an A as well. And it also takes a G and an F. So some scoring potential there. Sfumato, that would be nice. SFUMATO. Wow. Opponent's just played an S. Interesting. Now, do I play to block? Well, if I do play Mo there, that kind of does make it harder for opponent. He's probably very close to a bingo, and this makes it harder for him. I'm going with this. Pity I can't slot an E in there. Anyway, that'll make it harder. Now, vowel heavy. That was to be expected. I do have Hele for 24. Pretty ropey rack leave, but I think it's better than changing. Now Liu is good. Okay, Destinate. Wow. Good score by opponent. So at least I did block the 4-timer, but yeah, I didn't block the 9-letter bingo. Now what to do with... I suppose I could play Hugh here for 25. It does take out... Yeah, I think this is worth doing. Now there's a J hotspot here for plays like Taj, but I think I'm happy with Hugh here. I draw the Q, not ideal, but I do have QI and dim. Hopefully that remains available. Gets rid of one of my eyes, which is one of the priorities with the rack. Now chin is also an option, so I'm definitely playing off a Q and an I. Now there are no I's to come, so opponent can't play parallel without burning the blank. He's taken my spot, which is fine. Dim is still a good score, and I've drawn the X, so the rest of the rack, the rest of the remaining tiles not particularly bingo-y, but I do see J-Laws and she, so all is not over yet. Sailors as well, and maybe jailers with a G, Gaolers, not sure about that one. X hotspots, that's what I'm looking for. and ways of blocking this row 2. How to block row 2. NUS is good, but it takes a G in front. Opponent scored well there. L and N play in front of loop, but not seeing an X play. That's a shame. Opponent could be close to bingoing here. 5 in the bag. I've got to make sure to leave at least 1 in the bag. I can't play an N. Can I play... Oh, there's nothing I can play here to mitigate the danger. Nope, not working. FUS, no good. Exus, no. So that's... I've just got to maximize score, I think. What have I got here? Just not seeing anything great. So, what about flex? It's a good score, and it leaves... Oh, look. Amazing. I actually picked up the blank. Now, is there a bingo ending in an I? Something like... Retiari or something. And what would this bingo be with the blank as an S? Snailer, Nailers plays with she. Attained, Snailer and OUS. So I'm definitely bingoing. It's just a case of where. The highest score, okay, opponent was hoping to draw the blank there. LA front hooks. No, so it's Nailers for 71. And that's the end of the game, 520 to 360. Let's see what we missed. And we'll go back to the beginning. Bowie looks fine for 26. Opponent had booty. Went with you. Now no bingo here. Young, 25 equity. Guiro, 25 with a strong rack leave. That would have been the play. 10B, Guiro. Yeah, I like that. Not giving much back to opponent. And then opponent's got food for 31. Or pooed, I should say. But what was... Yeah, pooed. And then Derry for 27 looks fine. Batu, good way to get rid of some junk for opponent. Now, Minerva. I think I mentioned the word, but I just couldn't see it in my mind's eye. I kind of verbalized it, Minerva, but I just couldn't visualize it as a playable bingo. Anyway, that's a miss. Went with me for 37. Envia for 43. Where was that? 8J. Envia. Very nice. But Minerva, the bingo and then attained for 74 comes down, enriched for 101, and I've got a good lead now. Bingo's lead. Opponent's got the Z, S, K, a few scoring tiles. Jezver for 38, ZE for 47, wow. And Pack for 24, pretty good rack leave. Now, this is, I thought I missed a bingo, yeah, 5 val 8 perhaps, but nothing on offer. Viol for 19, strong rack leave N8, VIOL. Yeah, I just thought this was a really hot corner and I didn't want to leave it for opponent. So, yeah, still kind of like that. Now, yeah, I suppose opponent would have had Sked, S-K-E-D. Devours for 54, keeping SZ, strong play for opponent. He goes with Riz. And still no bingo, but Pia is suggested as being best there to balance the rack. Opponent has divests, look at that, at 10E. Oh, OUD and divests, yeah. So he missed that one. Alienate, and then Melanite. Alienate, yeah, there were a few. Planetic is the one I was thinking of, ending in a C. I just felt there was something there. Planetic, but Alienate scored best, and then opponents got Disnest, Descent, Snidest, all from that 10E spot, but doesn't see them. Creates a bingo lane for himself, and then I did spot Meow at the bottom, but I wanted to block that 4-timer because that could have been a 100-point play or close to it. Yeah, opponent had a pretty flexible rack there, and a few bingos on offer. Destinate, quite a nice find. Hugh for 25 was best from this position, and then opponent's got Far for 28. That looks fine. Chi for 28, pretty standard. At the top, opponent's very close to Jailers, just needs an I or the blank instead of the extra S. And goes with Joe for 55. So now he's only about 40 behind, but I do have the X and flexed onto the D. 15J. Oh, look at that. Flexed. What a nice underlap. Beautiful. That would have sealed the game, I think. 2-4. Actually, not necessarily, because 43 puts me on 430. If opponent goes out with a bingo and catches me with some tiles, it could have been very close. So I think the safer thing was not to play flexed, just in case, and just play flex and leave a couple in the bag, which is what I did. No bingo here, pretty close. Opponent goes with LA in the hope of drawing a bingo, but as it happens, I had a dream rack on that final turn, and that was the end of the game. So yeah, pretty good game. Minerva, that was the miss that stood out for me, but yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.